It's time to shift things around a bit and give you more inspiration, motivation, and sassy fun in less time. I'm Hallie Abolio, and this is Sassy Shorts. Each episode will power your day with a 5-minute dose of sassiness that you can listen to anytime, anywhere. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, and review so more in-demand women can have access to this information that is energizing you and encouraging you to be sassy AF. Welcome back to another episode of Sassy Shorts. I love doing these short episodes because I don't know about you, but my attention span is not super long. So 5 minutes, 6 minutes, perfect. Before we dive in today, I just wanted to give a shout out to my latest women's circle starting October 7th. It's a Wednesday evening class for 7 weeks from 6:30 till 8:30 p.m. And it's called I Am Limitless, a women's circle for sassy women. So if that is you, you can find the sign up link in the show notes, or you can send me a message and I would be happy to share more about it. Space is limited. So if you're interested, please make sure to act quickly. Let's get started on this week's Sassy Short, which is so fun. I had this inspiration from a blog post that I wrote ages ago. Did you even know I have a blog? Because you can visit it at sassyhealthy.fit. And there's 150 articles or more on all sorts of topics that relate to you as a woman, as a mom, as a professional, as just a person that wants to have some fun in her life and conquer her mindset. So today's topic is super fun and sassy. We're talking about the top 10 ways to have more fun in the bedroom. Yes! Who doesn't want to have more fun in the bedroom? So I'm going off the list. I'm going to elaborate a little bit. And I'd love for you to check out the article, which is called How to Make Your Sex Life More Sassy, Part 4. So this is Part 4 of a 4-part series on the website, sassyhealthy.fit. All right, in no particular order. Number 1, have some fun with the lights off. All right, this one might be a little bit boring because probably most of the time you're having sex with the lights off anyway. But maybe you could make it a little bit different. Maybe you can use some of those colored lights. Maybe you can put some candles on. Maybe you can do something to enhance the light off experience so that it's not just turn off the lights and get busy. The next one, number 2, is have fun with the lights on. Now, before you freak out and think, hell no, I am not going to do it with the lights on, love yourself, love your body. You are a goddess and you need to embrace all of who you are in every single way, especially when you're naked, or maybe you have something fun and sassy on. But have some fun with the lights on. It's a different experience. And if you haven't done it before, I encourage you to give it a try. You've got to change things up. Otherwise, this stuff just gets boring. And nobody wants to have a boring sex life, ladies. All right, this is a fun one. Number 3, sensation play. So I don't know if you have ever experimented with some different modalities, but sensation play means bringing new sensations into your experience. So maybe you do something like some feathers, or maybe you have one of those really fuzzy, soft mitts. I love those. They feel so good. And you just kind of want to like cuddle with it and feel it rubbed all over your body. You could do ice cubes. You could try doing something hot. Like you could even crank up the heat in your room, have kind of like a Bikram yoga style session. I don't know, that could be fun. But how can you play with different sensations to enhance the experience? Music. Oh my gosh, I'm like obsessed with music when I have sex. I have to have the music on. Sometimes I will do it quietly, but I love having the music on, and I play different music depending on what my mood is. So sometimes I want some really like fun and pop music, and I just want to like get my groove on and dance. Sometimes I want it to be really mellow and sensual. So it really just depends what mood you're in. Essential oils. There's so many essential oils that you can use to enhance the experience, not only from an aromatherapy standpoint, but some essential oils actually have different properties in them to give you like tingly sensations in your special parts. So you might want to check that out. In fact, there's a book called Lucy Libido Says There's an Oil for That. And she talks about all the different types of essential oils that enhance the sexual experience. Role playing. Okay, how many of you love a good role play? Not just in fantasy, but actually acting it out. Put on something fun. Maybe you have a thing for being a schoolgirl, or maybe you want to be Wonder Woman, or maybe you want to show up like a goddess, or maybe you want to show up like a drill sergeant and show your partner who's boss. Whatever works for you, try it out. Use costumes, use props, come up with different fantasies based on your role play. This one can be super fun, and there's unlimited opportunities. So role play is definitely on the list of top 10 ways to make your sex life more sassy. Speaking of role playing and costumes, outfits is number 7. So it's not only about putting on a costume, but what if you have a thing for knee highs? You put on some knee highs, they make you feel really sassy, and that's all you're wearing when you jump in the sack. Or maybe you put on your favorite pair of sexy heels. How many times have you put on your sexy heels to go out dancing and you're like, oh yeah, I feel great. That is what I'm talking about. So do something to put on your body, enliven the experience. It doesn't have to be lingerie either. Get creative. Get creative. Toys. Speaking of creativity, there are like a million different toys out there, and I could do a whole episode just on this topic. So I'm not going to dive into that too deeply, but you know how to use the internet. You know how to find the toys. Of course, there's vibrators. Of course, there's rabbits. Of course, there's dildos. But there are a lot of toys out there for all your different fantasy needs. Go explore. Go see what's out there. And guess what? Many of them come on Amazon. You can totally get them at your most indiscreet way of getting them. I don't know how to say that, but they can show up at your door and nobody would even know what kind of fun is arriving in that package. Erotic fiction. How many of you have ever tried reading an erotic story? I absolutely love this because most of your orgasmic pleasure comes from here, comes from your mind. They don't call it a mind fuck for nothing. Let's be real about that. One of my favorite sites is called literotica.com. This is not an ad. This is not a sponsored post, a sponsored podcast. I just love literotica.com. Readers submit stories. There's stories of all different genres, all different categories. Some are super hot, some suck, but you know what? It's fun and it gives you something to look forward to and change it up. And maybe you'll learn something that you're like, oh, I never thought of that. I want to give that a try. So check out erotic fiction. If you want to take it a step further, why don't you try writing some erotic fiction either by yourself or with your partner? That could be a really fun way to spice it up. The last one, number 10, to spice up your sex life and be more sassy in the bedroom, silence. This one is a hard one for me. You know I like to talk, but try doing it in complete silence. No music, no words, nothing. Just you, your partner, your breathing, your sensuality, and the sounds of your bodies getting busy together. What do you think of that? By the way, when it's silent, you enhance your other senses. So your touches, your scents, all of your other senses are going to be that much more heightened, and you can really have a different flavor to the experience. So that's the top 10 list. I know I've gone over the 5 minutes. I hope it was worth it. Don't forget to check out the article at sassyhealthy.fit. Again, it's part 4 of how to make your sex life more sassy. I'd love to know what's on your list to make your sex life more sassy. Don't forget, please rate, review, and comment on this show. Share it with your friends. Ladies, we need to get the word out. How else can we support each other as Sassy AF women? Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Have some fun tonight, and I'll see you next time for another Sassy Short. Have an idea for a Sassy Short topic or a super hot interview guest? Make sure you stop by my website, sassyhealthy.fit, or drop me a DM on Instagram with your ideas. The more you like, comment, rate, and review this episode, the more in-demand women will know about it. Thanks for sharing with your sassy high vibe tribe.